According to the U.S. Black Sea Security Act of 2023, the U.S. sees Russian aggressive moves and hybrid warfare practices as urgent threats for the region. The possibility of a food crisis is also seen as a threat. Russian economic coercion using hydrocarbon dependency of regional states and Chinese economic infiltration into the region are also threats to U.S. interests in the region. Turkey's behavior towards the region is also seen as a problem field to be dealt with. First, the U.S. takes on Russia. The bill implies that U.S. congressmen consider Russian military moves in the Black Sea region as attempts to expand its territory and control access to the Mediterranean Sea through the Black Sea. To deter Russia from achieving those aims, the U.S. plans to exert more military power in the region. This includes permanent land, air, amphibious, and special forces in Romania and Bulgaria in order to protect these NATO countries and Moldova from further Russian aggression and to be prepared to intervene in Ukraine when conditions arise. Intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance systems to monitor Russia's operations in the Black Sea region. Regular rotational maritime presence in the Black Sea in the short term and a permanent maritime presence if it succeeds in an update on the Montreux Convention by allowing more freedom of navigation for non-littoral navies. The aim of the maritime presence could be the following: protecting NATO allies and partners at the Black Sea against threats from the sea, protecting Ukrainian maritime trade routes, and when conditions arise being prepared to assist Ukraine in taking back Crimea and other coastal territories invaded by Russia. Trenches and barricades recently built by Russia against possible landings in Crimea, taking into consideration that Ukraine does not have such landing capacity, are clear indicators that Russia does not rule out the possibility of Western landings on Crimea. A joint, multinational three-star headquarters on the Black Sea, responsible for planning, readiness, exercises, and coordination of all allied and partner military activity in the greater Black Sea region. To counter Russian hybrid warfare, the U.S. plans to combat Russian disinformation and propaganda in the Black Sea region, utilizing the resources of the United States government, including the Global Engagement Center. Communicate the changes to NATO posture to the public in allied and partner countries, as well as to publics in the Russian Federation and Belarus. To mitigate the threat of a global food crisis due to Russia's withdrawal from the Black Sea Grain Initiative, the U.S. plans to find sustainable, long-term alternatives to sea-based Ukrainian grain exports. To counter Russia's use of hydrocarbons as a weapon against regional countries, the U.S. plans to increase their energy security by means of source diversification. According to the bill, China's coercive economic options destabilize and further erode the economic integration of the Black Sea states. The U.S. plans to counter Chinese economic infiltration into the region by providing economic alternatives to the PRC's coercive economic options. Working with the EU on coordinating a strategy to support democratic initiatives and economic prosperity in Black Sea countries which are all either members or aspirant of EU. Bolstering economic ties with the countries by increasing investment, particularly on energy, climate, and transport infrastructure initiatives. Finally, although Turkey's important role in negotiating a deal with Russia to allow grain exports from Ukrainian ports through a safe corridor in the Black Sea is seen as very positive, its behavior towards some regional allies and democratic states, Greece, Cyprus, and Armenia, is seen by the U.S. as counterproductive and tension increasing. To sum up, this bill constitutes the U.S.'s updated Black Sea strategy. When it is implemented, a more active U.S. will be seen in the Black Sea region. It plans to use its military, economic tools, and anti-propaganda methods to counter the Russian and Chinese effect.